I'm so excited, so jazzed to be here. The idea for Impact 2024 came exactly a year ago. For the first time, my colleagues took me inside the Arctic Circle. We were about 170 kilometers inside the Arctic Circle. And we talked about a forum where everybody could be included. Our customers from around the world, every vertical, our partners, technology partners, solution providers, and developers, analysts. And if we could come in and make it your event. And that's what it is over the next 2 days. There is no session that will take place over the next 2 days where a Cogniter stands up and exclusively gives a speech or talks about. Even in my next 45 minutes, I will have 4 incredible speakers, inspiring leaders in the industry from around the world to share with you their vision of industry. Because industry is complex. Industry is complex. You see, after the war ended, over the last 75 years, you see factories and plants in essentially every country around the world. Was not the case 75 years ago. You had Detroit, you had Manchester, United Kingdom, and largely the world was devoid of development. The last 75 years have been glorious for human industry, for human beings. Our lifespans have increased, poverty alleviation, poverty has gone down extensively, and there is factories and plants you see in every country around the world. And what has happened over the last 75 years is there are technologies, systems, solutions, software that have been rolled out iteratively in the factory, layered on one on top of another. So as Cognite was founded, and our mission today, and our mission over the next 75 years shall always be the same. We do not come into your factory to tell you, take something out to put Cognite in. Because your factories, for the most, work very effectively. So what Cognite does is, we sweep in and we take all the data that's out in your factory, in your refinery, in your plant, into Cognite. And then we start drawing relationships. Because I hope we all agree that as good as glorious the last 75 years have been, the next 75 years need to be different. Yes, our stakeholders, our shareholders want more growth, more profitability, but natural resources are under strain in every industry. And there is no industrial company that I know of that doesn't have a genuine carbon emissions plan. Plus, I don't know about you, but I don't want to leave my inheritance to my children the way the world is operating today. We want to leave a planet and a world that has cleaner water, better air. So from shareholder economic goals to leaving a planet for the future, industry, the biggest footprint on planet Earth, has to operate more effectively. And that's why Cognite gets into your plants, factories, with your permission, with your collaboration. We sweep all the data in. Data that has been deployed over the last 75 years in a human modality. And what I mean by human modality is, you and I read books and we read manuals. We read text. We decipher alphabets and numerics, and we decipher alphanumerics to the human mind and eyes. We listen to voice prompts. We go to meters and sensors, and we read in order to inspect that machine, that pump, that equipment. We have videos, we have graphs. So what we've done is an incredible job of creating a multimodal human replica is how the plant and the factory operates, and human beings do a great job of deciphering it manually. Cognite pulls all that data with no exception in and draws relationships. And what I mean by relationships between data, I'll give you 2 examples. Right here Some of us have become friends with one of our customers, very demanding customer. I called the customer, I said, I'm coming out, but I do not want to go to a conference room. Can you take me to the factory? Can you take me to the factory? They said, absolutely. So we had our hard helmets on, and I walked the factory floor, one of the largest chemical factories I've seen in my life. And I grew up across from a chemical factory. This one is big. And the field worker, the mobile worker in a hard hat, entered the equipment tag in his mobile device, and out popped inspection data, equipment history, and sensor data. And then he talked about how his job, the glory of his job that he comes to do every day, incredibly important, has become so much more efficient once this platform, this one data and AI platform that was deployed by Cognite. The operator in the control room talked about how in unplanned factory shutdowns, they can diagnose a diagram and pull up product spec, equipment data, and bring those relationships together to diagnose the unplanned shutdown to get back up and running faster off of a digital platform. So starting today, the next 75 years, we have fundamental technology building blocks of cloud and data and AI that we can collaborate to drive not one data and AI platform. We do not believe in singularity. Cognite does not believe in singularity. You will never hear a Cogniter say, it is us and you don't need the rest that operates in your plan. We operate in collaboration with your ecosystem, with your sensors, your existing applications. And we deploy a platform that is future-proofed. Because the reality is a year, 2 years, 5 years from now, you will want to deploy more sensing technologies, more applications, and through software gateways, also called application interfaces, you will be able to easily integrate to the Cognite data and artificial intelligence platform. And we do this in collaboration, and I'll give you a stark example before I bring this incredible, charismatic, inspiring group of speakers. Just over 2 years ago, to embellish, to increase our domain, industry domain experience, because some of us grew up in technology, we didn't grow up on the plant floor. We went and partnered with SLB, a company that was called Schlumberger for the last 100 years. And the reason we partnered with them is it is impossible for our young company to ever replicate 100 years of domain knowledge. So for production optimization, SLB made a bet that they will write all their applications, all their capabilities, all their solutions on Cognite. They decided it is their data and AI platform worldwide for all their energy customers. And today you have production optimization applications on Cognite available from SLB running on customers in production. That is one example. And there are a number of technology partners here who want to collaborate with you to drive that. So as exciting some of us find production optimization, we did join Cognite for a greater cause. I did. I live in Phoenix. Oslo is not the most obvious place to travel when you get up in the morning. But I did because I go back to the inheritance I shall leave behind to my children. I want it to be a tad bit better. And what I have come to learn from the next speaker I will invite up in a moment here is if the oceans are under stress, life in land is not going to be good. And oceans are under stress. Hub Ocean is a company we partner with. They are deploying data and AI to make oceans healthier. Now that gets me up in the morning. And 4 days out of 5 days, I don't need coffee to get inspired to work in Cognite. Because we are working for a greater cause, for production optimization in chemical plants, automotive plants, utilities, energy companies, but we are working for a greater cause, and we are taking this incredible infinity of a challenge to make oceans better. And I want to invite my colleague, my friend, Kimberly Mattison, who is the CEO of Hub Ocean, to come and share her vision with us. Kimberly.